Hey all, Ron here from Military Images Magazine, giving you an update, a live update. Yesterday, big news. The channel went over 10,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am incredibly grateful for your interest in the Civil War, your interest in American history, your support, your interest in wanting to know about the unusual, sometimes offbeat stories from the Civil War era, sometimes before the war, sometimes after the war. I'm just so pleased. And I'm happy that you're part of the channel and your support means a lot to me. I also want to pause for a moment to remember the why I'm actually doing this. I did a video early on to talk about it, and it probably bears repeating. The channel started a little more than a year ago in September of 2022. And the reason that I started is because every morning while I was researching and all the stories that I was writing for Military Images Magazine, stories I was editing for the magazine, doing my own writing projects and research projects for other publications, I realized there's so many interesting details that occur every morning. Some of them would make it into stories that I was writing. Others would inform my writing and never make it into a story. And some things that I found were just interesting that really didn't have a place in what I was working on, but I found something that was really cool. And I didn't really have a place to share it. So my thought was, what if YouTube could become a place where every day when I was done doing my research for the day and had a chance to think about what I had learned, that I would share it with all of you. So that's a pretty simple idea, really just to sort of get the word out about all these little unique moments in time, these unforgotten stories, these men and women who participated in the war in some capacity. All of this drove me, plus my fascination with collecting Civil War photography. When I was a teenager, my parents dragged me to flea markets and then later on various antique shows. And somehow I became interested in the photographs of these individuals who were staring me back in the face from tables filled with boxes and dealers selling albums and all of that. And so I started collecting when I was a kid. I'm as fascinated today as I was when I was 14 years old. At some point along the way, I began to research the stories and to learn about who they were and what their contributions were, what their sacrifices were, in some cases, how they thought, how they reacted. And when I was a kid, I also was inspired. I modeled some of my behaviors on the patriotic deeds and the character, the temperament I saw. And the stuff that felt like it was good and right to me are things that I emulated in my own life as I was growing up. And I still do that today when I'm researching folks and talking about them here on YouTube. These these threads of their lives coincide with mine. I also, and I've talked about this before, I really appreciate having the opportunity on YouTube to be able to say the names of these folks from the 19th century aloud. It makes me think that maybe we're conjuring them up a little bit and making them alive, if just for a few moments. So none of this could happen without you. You've all been terrific. I appreciate your ongoing support, appreciate your attention, and I try to be as responsive as I can in the comments. So if there are things that you're looking for, if there's questions that you have, don't hesitate to ask them. I'll do my best to get back to you. And who knows, we might even come up with some new videos as a result. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being part of life on the Civil War research trail. And we'll see you very soon on another episode. Until then, take care.